finally got an interview for the dream job. And after working with him, I got it, and it was simple and it was easy.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the journey.
Oh, has it helped? Yes, it absolutely has. It's definitely helped in knowing the market a lot better and knowing how to how to put myself out there. Like, I would never ever have touched my LinkedIn ever. I didn't see LinkedIn as a valuable resource at all. So in saying that, it already has proven to be.
That's what I say. I think you guys are great and change people's lives, and it makes a lot of difference.
You deliver at a very high level.
It was really enjoyable. You learn a lot. It was really easy going step by step.
I did questions before when they do. So that was, I think session 5, the interview session, if you ask me, was my favorite out of all the 6 sessions.
So it's not only helped me in my personal branding, but it's helped me now on the business side, where I feel very, very capable to go into, you know.
Hey, super legends, superheroes, and superstars. My name's Dre, and welcome to another episode, a live episode of the Hot Hire podcast, which is the #1 place if you're looking to move forward faster in your career, and I'm going to say your life as well. So we are live on Facebook, live on LinkedIn, and live on YouTube. There's about a 20-second delay, so if you are watching live, let me know where you were tuning in from around the world. And if you're watching the replay, you know what to do. Hashtag replay, hashtag replay. If you like today's episode, let me know whether you like it or whether you love it, whether you like it, whether you love it. I am so excited by today's guest, and she has been a massive, huge supporter in my journey over the last, I'm going to say 15 months. We probably met about 3 years ago. So I've just got so much love and admiration for her as a person, and also the impact that she has on the community that we're involved with, but also the charity work that she does. So let's get her out without any, actually, whoa. Before we get her out, I want you guys to grab your matches, to grab a cup of tea, some biscuits, cup of coffee, the matches and a torch, and maybe some gas, because we are about to light it up. A big, massive, huge warm welcome to Catherine Crooks. How are you, superstar?
I'm great. How are you?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, thank you for coming on and doing this. So
you're so welcome.
Can we just talk about the elephant in the room? What's going on? Because I was at your house on Friday, so it didn't look like that. What's going on?
I know, right? I was having this debate before I got on the Zoom call with you. I was like, should I move somewhere else in my house? And I was like, nah, I'm just going to leave it as it is. You guys are welcome. This is my home. There is a big elephant in the room. It's the table behind me is full of my kitchen right now. I know you guys are probably like, what? But I'm going through a complete full renovation right now in my kitchen. So everything's being ripped out. Like you can just see over here, it's like kind of empty. Do you guys, I'll turn the screen. You guys cool with that? I'm just going to turn my screen.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? Yeah.
Okay. It did not look like that on Friday.
No. There's my poor dishwasher just sitting there looking really lonely. Yeah. So I've had to be resourceful. I'm like, all right, I need to put this stuff somewhere. It's all gone on the table behind me. And it's the next week. This is what life looks like.
Yeah, I just want to say you have, thank you for inviting Jen and I over to your home, like to have dinner. You've just got a beautiful home, just an amazing home.
Thank you, Dre. Yeah, I'm very proud of my home. It's a lot of the stuff I've done here, I've painted myself, or so it's a work in progress. This house, blood, sweat, and tears, but it's worth it. It's a family home, right? So I love my home.
Love that. All right, let's get into it. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I want to talk about stuff not associated to what we do or your work. Give us an overview.
Yeah, cool. Oh my goodness, where to start, right? Where do I start? So I am in the sales industry, and I've run my own businesses, and I still run a business on the side, but I don't give it as much love and attention these days. My cooking business is very quiet, as all my attention goes on helping coaches become 6- and 7-figure coaches. So yes, it's totally about that, right? I know I love cooking. It's a passion of mine. It's an outlet. It's something that I thoroughly enjoy because of my heritage and my parents. You know, I was brought up in the kitchen with my dad, so it was super cool. But for me, you know, helping people is really where my heart is just at. It's always been there, and I didn't realize it was there until I did some personal self-development, and I realized that I should be living in the state of love all the time because it's where I'm my happiest. And I love helping people. I've always helped people for as long as I can remember. So for me to be a part of this business where I work alongside with Richmond Dinh Tony Kaye, absolutely amazing. I get to work with coaches. I know, right? Give it up for those
I love
boys.
those guys. Yeah.
You know, look, they're amazing speakers, and they are absolutely going to take over the world. I just love them. They genuinely help people. They care about people. And I really resonate with that. And when I had my interview with Richmond, the question he asked me was, what are you looking for? And I said, I'm looking for family. I'm looking for a place I can call home. And I'm looking for something that I can be a part of for a bigger reason other than money and just week to week paycheck coming in. I want more than that in life. I don't want to just work for the sake of working. I want to make a change. I want to make a difference. So doing that with Tony and Richmond is what I get to do every single day. I get to help amazing people like yourself. I get to help people in the Passion of Profits community, the Point One community. And to do that for them just absolutely lights my heart up every day. And I feel like it's not even work for me. It's what I love to do. So yes, that's what I do in a nutshell.
I love it. So family. So I know that family is so important to you, and that's the word that I hear all the time in PTP and like P1. Family, we're all family, we're all family, we're all on that same wavelength. So when was your first taste of personal development? So I know that when we met about 3 years ago, we were both crewing at Tony Robbins. Had you started, like a year before, or have you been doing it for like a few years, or?
My very first seminar was 2012, the National Achievers Congress in Melbourne. And that was with Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, and Tony Robbins was there, and T. Harv Eker. Like, they were all there. It was like crazy. That was my very first taste. And within that, I booked tickets to see T. Harv Eker. And then I went on a Robert Kiyosaki journey. And then I dived right into Tony Robbins. And so I've been doing it for a long time. And then it wasn't until I went to UPW, I think 3 times, and then the penny hit home eventually. You go to these things, you don't quite get the lesson the first time. You got to go through a bit of a growth journey. And the lessons all came home, and I thought, you know what? I want to give back. I want to give back everything I'm so grateful for, everything I've learned. And I'm gonna go back and crew. And I did. I crewed for like 2 years, back to back, with kids, running a business. It wasn't easy, but I did it because I wanted to give back, and I needed to do something different, So I'm so glad I did, because that's where I got my job. I managed. It's so funny, the little things you do in life, those little sacrifices you do, got me to where I am today. So I wouldn't have the job that I'm in if I didn't go and do that. Because when I crewed, I was one of their best crew members. I was always winning the awards for best crew. I gave everything, Dre, like all guts on the table. I'd drown myself in energy. Like, I'd be depleted by the end of the day. And I loved crewing because it was just, I'm such a servant heart. And yeah, they used to be like, oh, you're such a great crew member, please come back. It's like, yeah, don't worry, I'll be here. And then they put me in the sales place because, you know, sales is where I perform the most. And I cleaned out the entire sales section. We did a record. We sold everything in 3 days. And yeah, they're like, and then that's when I got introduced to Scott Harris. And then from there, I got a job with Scott. And yeah, and then eventually I was like, you know, I'm looking for something different. And then Richmond and Tony came into my proximity. And how blessed was I, because we're kind of all in the same circle. And yeah, I found home. So this is where I'm at now. I'm never leaving those guys.
Awesome. And for anyone that doesn't know Scott Harris is, you know, what Tony Robbins, like number 2, number 3 when they go on tour, which is huge, absolutely huge. Yeah.
Blessed, very blessed and honored to learn all the lessons they've all taught me. So very grateful to you all.
All right. So I was on social media yesterday, and I think I saw like a reel, and you were like, I think you're in the gym, like working out, and then you were saying that I'm shredding or something. I'm training like twice a day, and I'm like, okay, Kat, what's going on? What is going on? What was that?
I have an announcement. I haven't actually announced it yet. I'm going to let you be the first. All right, this is pretty big, right? Okay. I think you know, though. I think you know a little bit because we kind of talked about it.
Poker face.
Subtly.
Yeah,
so at the moment, I set myself a 12-week challenge. Last year, around November, December, every year, I buy a calendar. Funny enough, it's that calendar right there.
Yeah.
I sit down and I look at the year to come, and I forecast the things that I want to achieve. Now, it's not about, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to get up and do this. And I just kind of give it a bit of a, what do I want for myself for 2022? And I'm turning 40 in less than 4 months. And I thought to myself,
stop lying.
I know.
Did you say 40 or 30? You said 30. 30? You're turning 30? 30.
No, 40.
No. Wow.
I'm turning 40 in less than 4 months. And for me, I wanted to really challenge myself. I thought, you know what? Maybe I should go into another pageant. Maybe I should. And maybe I should do one that's a bit more out of my comfort zone. And this particular pageant is called Miss Galaxy. And it has a bikini section where you've got to get out on stage wearing your bikini and your stilettos. And everything inside of me just went into a shell and went, absolutely no. Like the covers over your head, you're like, no, please, no. I thought that's completely out of my comfort zone, which is even more reason why I need to do this pageant. So that was one of the reasons why I want to join the pageant. And the second one is my charity dream. I have a vision, a dream, a goal, a mission to change the lives of Australian orphanages and eventually expand that worldwide. So this is a whole nother journey for me in community service. Like normally I help a lot of communities and I help a lot of charities, but this one's like very from scratch. So there's a lot of work to be done in the background. There's a lot of red tape, as you can imagine, but I'd love to connect Australian orphanage children to personal self-development so that they do feel enough, they do feel loved, they do feel abundance, and it's not their fault. I don't want them growing up with those limiting beliefs. So they're the main 2 reasons why I did this pageant. And so I threw all my cards on the table. I went, all right, well, it's now or never. Don't just talk it, walk it. And I applied and I went through the interview process. I sent photos in, answered a bunch of questions about who I am and why I'm here. And lo and behold, I officially got accepted. So I am currently representing, I'm a finalist. Thank you. I'm a finalist in the pageant representing Queensland. And I go on stage on the 6th of April in Sydney. So may I show you my sash? Because it came in.
Yes.
Yeah, look at this. How nice is that? Miss Galaxy Australia. How beautiful is that? And I've got one extra token. They give us a crown to say thank you for being a finalist. So this is my official crown. Can you guys see that? I'll lift up the camera. There you guys go. There you go. Beauty queen moment. Hello. I am so honored to be in this pageant. The charity that I'm going to be working with throughout my journey is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And it definitely draws the heartstrings for me. And yeah, I'll try not to talk about it too much because I will cry, you know me. But it's going to be a phenomenal journey. But to loop back to your question, Dre, yeah, I am doing a 12-week shred. I recognize that, you know, I wasn't quite comfortable in the skin that I was in, so I needed to change it. So I've committed to a 12-week challenge. I'm in the gym 7 days a week. Yes, 7 days.
For 12 weeks.
Twice a day. Twice a day for every day. And my my health intake at the moment, my diet is just chicken, fish, meat, or strict certain vegetables or a salad. That's it. No carbs, no sugar.
No sugar?
Yeah.
No carbs?
Nope, nothing. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm 2 weeks in, and it's, you know, the biggest thing for me, this is more than just a pageant now. This is a journey. This is life-changing for me, Dre. And it's not just me, it's the people that are being touched by what I'm doing as well. And I've got to be careful here because I may cry.
Okay,
but yeah,
that's right.
I do get really emotional about this stuff because the ripple effect is something I'm so passionate about. And when you make one simple decision in life, like that one decision I made to push myself, that one decision I committed to, and when I'm going to do this and I'm going to jump both feet in and I'm going to commit. And the minute I started talking to people about it, people are like, you know what? I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do a 12-week challenge. I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. I'm going to go to the gym more often. And I just kept getting all these people come to me saying, oh my God, I'm going to do it too. So now there's like a whole bunch of these people out there, men and women combined, who are doing the same thing that I'm doing. And I'm just so moved by that. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is more than just this is more. This is so much more than that. I've got people in the gym coming up to me, recognizing that I'm there every day. They're like, what are you doing? Do you ever go home?
Right. So Kat, how can we support you? So.
Oh my goodness, support. I don't even think about that. I'm kind of someone that just goes and does it. But, you know, look, if you really want to support me, support the pageant, support the charity that I'm helping, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm in the midst of talking to Miss Galaxy Pageantry right now, trying to find out what we can do to donate to them. Please don't donate to me. Right now, this is not about me. I'm doing this for the love of the community. I'm doing this for the love of people. I'm doing this to show you that life is just so beautiful and there's so much to it. And anyone can do this. Anyone. If you put your mind to it, you really want it, you'll get it. So my only request, just please go and help the charity Make-A-Wish Foundation Australia. That would be amazing.
So when you said anyone could do this, so I could be Miss Australia 2023.
Absolutely, Dre. Absolutely. You can do anything you want when you put your mind to it. You know, you can go out there. And in fact, you should join me at gym twice a day for the next 10 weeks.
I think there's a bad connection. I think you still there, Kat? I think the connection's
the connection's fine. Yeah, the connection's fine.
All right, just taking a step back, what was the motivation? Because you won, congratulations again, Miss Australia 2019. How did you get into that, and what was the motivation? Was it the same sort of thing, or?
Yeah, a good question. Do you mind if I quickly go unlock my door so my builder can get in?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm knocking on the door. 1 sec. Hold tight, guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. While Kat is answering the door, I'm just going to plug my challenge again. So on Monday, the 7th of February, I'm going to be doing a 5-day free lead blitz. So it is suitable for small business owners who I just saw someone run across the screen then. So small business owners who need more leads or want more leads and paying clients. Is going to be absolute fire, and it's free, and it's run over 5 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, so we've got Kat back. So was that your builder just running across the...
Did you see him run? I went to the front door and he was resourceful enough to go around the side of the house, and then he ran past the camera. I'm like, I'm on camera. And he's like, oh my God. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Where were we?
So you're talking about the motivation for Miss Australia 2019 and how you got into that and what the process was.
Yeah, so it's funny, one of my closest friends, she knows I love charity. She knows that she's like, oh, you always do stuff like, I did back in the day. I would give away money to strangers in shopping centers. I like at the grocery store. I know there's a lot more to this, so please don't look too deeply into it. But there was a couple of incidences where I met some people and in the aisles, and their story touched me, or they touched me as an individual, and I was moved by them, and they needed some assistance. So I gave them a secret donation at the aisle. So when they checked out, they would have like an extra $50 sitting there to put towards their groceries, little stuff like that. So throughout my entire life, I've always done little things. I've always brought gifts for the need and helped out the homeless, or just the servant, is the heart's always been there. So my best friend goes to me, Catherine, why don't you just enter a pageant? And I went, what? She goes, a pageant. Why don't you just enter a pageant? I mean, that's what pageants do. You really care about community. You do. And I'm like, I've never even thought about that, nor has it even crossed my mind. I guess I've always just been in business and gone about my thing and taken care of family. And, business was my main thing that I always focused on. But yeah, so I thought, you know what? I've never done a pageant. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's challenge myself. And Dre, you should have seen me. I was the only woman there frantically writing notes, like literally. I was so nervous, and I was writing notes, and anyway, it was an amazing pageant. That pageant was called Miss of Australia, and I took home the title in 2019. It was a very proud moment, my first pageant, and I won it. And it was awesome. So I'm actually going back to that pageant this year to MC their event. So I get to crown the new winner and be a part of it all over again as an MC. So super honored. So
funny. So it's so funny. So Jen's written a comment in it like she's in the next room. So
hey, baby girl.
Man, I think I can hear a lot. I can hear her laughing. Do you know what? You are so loved. I'm just going to touch on work for the moment. You are just so loved in PTP and P1, and you were a big catalyst for me to get into P1. And I didn't realize the amount of work that you do. So I just thought that you were like the salesperson. So, you sold people like programs. And then when we caught up last week and you were, showing me through the system, and then, so you were like, oh, this is my role. So, if anyone's got any sort of like issues, problems, and they come to me, and I was like, there's over 100 people in that community, and it's massive, it's huge. And then you do all the charity work, you raise a family, you go above and beyond for everyone, and you see people as well. You absolutely see people. So I want to commend you, salute you. I've just got so much, excuse my language, fucking love for you. Because even when I was going through a tough time, you were like, Dre, just keep it up. You're almost there. Just keep doing it. So just big encouragement. And I know you don't do that for me. You do that for lots of other people in the community as well.
Aww.
So can we just quickly talk about? You're welcome. Can we just quickly talk about your love for food and your passion for food?
Oh my God, yes. So yeah, to loop back to that, I just want to really thank everyone in PTP and P1, because you guys are just so phenomenal. What I'm in love about is your dream. Don't ever let anyone take that dream away from you. If you've got something that you want, if you aspire something, go for it. And that's why I love you, Peter. I love you guys so much. And I will be there forever to support you. I will be your cheerleader. I will be the person that stands in your corner. I will tell you how it is to your face. And I'll also hit you on the hand if I have to, if you're being stupid. But honestly, what Tony and Richmond have put together here, what they're doing, this is life-changing, and it's such an honor to be here and to support you all. And we all come from the heart. You can see it when we all talk. We're all got the same thing, and it's not fake. It's real. So yeah, just thank you, Dre. Thank you for inspiring me, and all of you inspire me to a degree, and you don't even realize it. We all inspire each other, and yeah. So thank you for that comment. Sorry, I just had to say that because so much respect and love you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
My cooking, yeah, okay, food.
Yes, yeah. So you love
when I was little, my father is Greek English, and my mother is Italian Maltese. So food is a big thing in our family. And my dad used to get me up in the morning, and he's like, "Come on, Catherine, let's get in the kitchen." And look, being the 5-year-old dragging my feet, that's the last thing you want to be, is in the kitchen. But yeah, I was my dad's sous chef. I was the slicer, the dicer, the everything, the washer, the potato peeler, all the small stuff, right? Put the peas in the water and, taste the spaghetti, see if it's right. So being my dad's sous chef for so long, I hated being in the kitchen, funny enough. It was like, no, why, Dad? Come on. And over the years, my dad was a really good cook. My mum too. She was an amazing cook. I was so blessed to grow up with some great food. And as I got older and older, I knew I loved eating. Of course, everyone doesn't. I loved eating good food. And when I moved out of home, that's when I had to fend for myself. And I was like, well, got to get in the kitchen. And I loved it. I was exploring, and I was trying to mimic my dad's cooking, and thought back to all those times, the things he taught me. And it just took off, And as I got older and more experienced and more confident in the kitchen, people kept saying to me, "Catherine, can you cook for me?" I was like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Can you cook for me for my party? I'm having a party in 2 weeks. Can you come over and help?" And I was like, "Or bring a dish." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" So people kept asking, "Can you cook for me?" or "Can you do this?" And hence my cooking business is called Cook for Me and Co. So that's where the inspiration came from. So, so I launched Cook for Me and Co. My goodness, I think it was 2016, 17. I can't remember, but it's been running since, and it's organically getting people loving the page and the food. And I just give out recipes. I don't charge anyone anything apart from my services if I turn up. But yeah, it's just full of food. Go check it out.
That's amazing. That's that servant leadership right there. All right. So actually 2 questions. So what's the best way for people to get hold of you?
Yes, great. Facebook, you can reach out to me on Catherine Crooks Messenger chat on Facebook if you'd like to have a chat. More than happy to. Now that I've officially announced that I'm Miss Galaxy, a finalist, if any of you have a speaking engagement, if any of you have a gathering, or, if you've got some sort of charity thing going on and you'd like me to be a part of that day, it would be an honor and a privilege to represent Miss Galaxy that day. I'm more than happy to turn up and be a part of your event. So feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me on Facebook Messenger, or alternatively Instagram or LinkedIn. I'm under the same name, Catherine Crooks. So yeah, you can't. Please come to Canada.
So Neil was just on before, an hour before. So just love him to bits as well.
Love you, Neil.
Right, very last question. Because I love dad jokes, and I know that you love dad jokes as well. And every time, whenever we have a call, you are always just cracking up at TK, and it's just so funny. I love watching you. But yeah, so do you have either a dad joke, a quote, something inspirational, something motivational, something empowering, something of value to leave us with?
Oh, this is the one thing I didn't prepare for.
That's right.
This is the one thing I didn't prepare for. You know what? Normally I do have the joke. You're right. I'm not going to go with the joke today. I think I've used it too many times in the past. I think given where I am right now, and given the journey that I'm on, and the new journey I'm on, and the things I'm learning about myself. Oh, come on, Catherine. All right. I'll see if I can squeeze one out later. Well, I'll just say this. sincerely, I hope my story inspires you a little bit. I hope it motivates you. And I believe in humanity. I believe in people. And I know how much all of you can achieve and what you can do when you put your mind to it. And I'm just going to leave you with this. If you need to talk to someone, if you need someone to inspire you, please reach out to me. I will be that person for you. And yeah, I'm going to leave it on that note. But if you really want a joke, I've got one, but I think I've used it too many times.
Oh,
It's just too funny.
Would you reckon? I think I've definitely heard it because you've. Wait, before you give the joke, your cat.
You're going to make me say it.
Your cat's called Tuna. Is it?
I love Tuna. He's a cool cat.
I know.
He's like this big, and that's like round. Nah, Tuna.
Cats called Tuna. That sounds fishy to me. That sounds very fishy.
It is very fishy. I love Tuna. He's here somewhere. I think he's just sleeping. He sleeps for like 12 hours and then he pops up when he's ready to eat, like, feed me, feed me. Yeah, all right. I'll do the joke. All right. Yes. How does a farmer get a wife?
Oh, no. Go on.
A tractor.
That is one of my favorites.
A tractor. Get it? Like, you think a tractor? It's like a tractor. Oh, yes.
I can hear Jen laughing in the background.
Oh, God, that's too funny. A tractor. It's so simple, but it's so hilarious. I laugh at my own stuff. This is terrible.
You've just inspired Itty. I wasn't going to go to the gym this morning, but I saw your video and decided to go. Hey, Itty, love you to bits.
Oh, that is that is exactly what I'm talking about. Don't underestimate that one decision you make in life. That one simple decision can cause a ripple effect for everyone. And now Itty is going to go and inspire someone else because she's like, that's it, I'm doing it. And she could speak to someone at the gym and then it just keeps going. This is what I'm talking about. It's the pay it forward. It's just, this is what I'm here for. I live my whole life by that. So I'm so glad, Itty. I'm with you there, girl. Send me a message. If you need some inspiration, let me know. So good.
All right, Kat, I just want to say a massive, huge, gigantic thank you for coming on, sharing what you're doing and also the announcement, and not just from me, but from the PTP community, from the P1 guys. We all absolutely love you to bits because, as I said before, you go above and beyond. You've got that servant like leadership, and actions speak louder than words, and your actions just speak volumes. So I've got so much love for you as well, from personally, and for all the support that you've given me. So you're an absolute superstar. So thank you.
Thank you, Dre. Thank you so much. It means a lot.